Hello! Today we're going to be doing some no-line watercoloring with this fantastic stamp set called Vintage Apple. I don't know, there's something about like apples and greenery and like citrus fruits that I just really enjoy coloring. So I decided to use the Fadeout ink from Ink on 3, and I stamped this image up about 3 times, I think, just to kind of make sure that I can really see like where all the lines and bits and pieces are. And I'm going to be using a mixture of Daniel Smith's watercolors today. I have both some actual pans, and then I have the like tester sheets that you can get, which I made a complete swatch of. So all of those colors on that swatch sheet are the colors on those little dot things there. This is a brilliant way of finding out which colors you actually would need and which colors you would use, and you would be surprised how far one of those little dots actually goes. So we're gonna prepare our stuff here, and I've got a little pot of clean water, and you see that little pump bottle there. There's a teeny tiny bit of soap in the water, but like just a fraction of it really, because I use it also to clean up my stamps after I've been stamping. So this little tile here I use to kind of get some paint off, especially when I'm going to be using those little dots there, and then if I need to mix up a few colors to kind of get like a custom color as well. I filmed this in a time lapse, the entire thing, because I do find like with no line watercoloring and no line coloring in general, is that it does take a long time before you kind of get any real depth to your picture, where it just takes such a long time to kind of even see any progress. So I decided to film it in a time lapse, but I have slowed it down a tiny bit just so that you can kind of see like how it's starting to come alive and stuff. And it looks, I mean, this video is like 5 minutes, but this was hours and hours and hours of coloring. Hours, I tell you. But it's really nice when you just kind of want to zone out and just enjoy the process, you know. Just sit down with some coloring and just let your mind go and flow. And I was a bit surprised at some of the color choices that I kind of made for this, and you'll see soon, like here, I added like a lot of dark colors, and then there's going to be some more dark colors added to this branch. And at one point I thought, oh no, I completely wrecked it. But it just, I do find watercolors here is the part where I thought I had wrecked it. But watercolors are very forgiving, so you can usually find a way to kind of work around it. And the thing I find as well is that don't give up until you until you have colored the entire image, because sometimes you think it's gone down the drain, but it just kind of comes together at the end for some reason, you know. So, and also for me, coloring is a lot of the time about just kind of stepping away from whatever is happening. And, you know, recently there's been a lot of grief and hard work, you know, like emotional hard work. So coloring for me is like a way to just kind of zone out and just forget about whatever else is going on. But so here is the finished colored image, and there is a coordinating die cut for this as well, but I didn't actually use it for this. I decided to use this welcome die instead. But like a complete idiot again, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with me, I forgot to film the actual die cutting part. So here it is, finished, ready. So I cut it out of the image itself, like directly. So and I've also layered up the welcome bit with a couple of pieces of, I think this is like dark gray cardstock. It's not black, it's dark gray, just to kind of give it a little bit of a shadow, because without the underlying cardstock, it just melted into the card a little bit too much. So I decided to just kind of add that for a little bit of shading to kind of help the word stand out a little bit. And I think it was just the perfect thing. And would you believe it? I didn't put a single sequin on this. I know. How shocked are you? Shocked enough to come back for another video tomorrow? See you tomorrow.